Hey, I'm Frank. Welcome to training. Today, I'd like to introduce you to the Mounting Job Aid. The Mounting Job Aid is a great resource to refer to when you have any questions about selecting or installing a mount. The Job Aid includes the mounting priority chart, a list of all the tools and supplies needed for each mount, and step-by-step instructions for each of the penetrating mounts. Before referring to the Job Aid, there are 3 universal steps to go through when deciding where to install the mount. The first step is to find a grounding location. Oftentimes the customer's house may have only one grounding location, and you'll want to install the mount as close to this location as possible. Second, check for line of sight. Make sure that there are no obstructions and look for any potential line of sight issues that may arise from growth of nearby trees or bushes. The third and final step is refer to the mounting priority chart to determine which mount you should use. This chart is conveniently located on the Mounting Job Aid. The Mounting Job Aid can be found on DNS Portal. From Tech Corner, mouse over the Installation tab, click on Install, and select the correct link. In the upper right corner, you can download as a PDF. If you scroll below, you'll find the complete steps for each penetrating mount. Let's take a closer look at the different sections of the Mounting Job Aid. You'll find the mounting priority chart and all the mounting tools you'll need in the upper left-hand corner. Before you begin any install, make sure that you're equipped with all the appropriate tools according to the mounting tools section. The rest of the Mounting Job Aid is a detailed look at each of the penetrating mounts. For example, here's the direct-to-wall guide. The first box is a list of the supplies for the direct-to-wall mount. Only use the included hardware for the corresponding mount. The lags and screws have been designed specifically for each mount, and using outside hardware may result in an unusable installation. Next to the supplies box on each of the mount instructions, there's a picture of a correctly installed mount as well as a diagram of the mount. This diagram shows where the screws and lags should go inside each hole on the mount. Here you'll see a number or letter that corresponds to the hardware that should be used in that hole. For example, a 2 means that the mount calls for a 2-inch lag screw in that location. A 3 represents the 3-inch lag screw. You may notice the letter B on the fascia mount diagram. This indicates that a bolt is required. The B/3 in the bottom center of this diagram means that either a bolt or a 3-inch lag screw should be used. If you're mounting to a 2x4, use the bolt. For the larger 2x6 board, use a 3-inch lag screw. The box titled Installation Steps includes instructions for each mount. Notice that Step 1, 8, and 12 on the direct-to-wall instructions are highlighted in red. So what makes these different from the others? First, they are crucial to ensure that the mount is stable. It will also greatly reduce line-of-sight issues or trouble calls. Most of the key steps include 3 things. Locating and marking the rafter or stud using your stud finder and carpenter pencil. This is the first step in the installation process for the majority of mounts. Second, level the mast. This is extremely important when it comes to finding and maintaining line of sight. Leveling the mast is so important that it's usually part of the final key step as well. The third key is to level the mast and tighten hardware with a 7/16 wrench. While this may seem like common sense, these can be easily overlooked and could lead to a trouble call. In addition to the 3 keys, some of the mounts have a few other steps that are different. The direct-to-overhang and the direct-to-roof both use pitch patch on the 4 corner holes and on the bottom of the footplate. This is essential to preventing water from getting into the customer's roof or overhang. Finally, when installing a direct-to-brick mount, drill pilot holes with a 1/4 inch masonry bit. Using any other bit will likely ruin the bit or the drill. All of the information associated with selecting and installing mounts can be a lot to remember. That's why we created the Mounting Job Aid as a reference guide. Each of the penetrating mounts is featured with step-by-step instructions. Refer to this job aid frequently and remember the 3 key steps before starting on the mount. First, find the ground location. Next, verify clear line of sight. Then, use the mounting priority chart to determine your best mount option. We'll see you next time.